up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way, that this is a very special day.
Special day we do have. It is a Friday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Erin, actually from Salem Crossing, representing Salem Crossing today. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning.
It's happy Friday. Happy Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful weather we've had.
It is.
And
it is.
Erin, did you have a wonderful 4th of July?
I sure did. We went to Georgia, actually.
Oh, fun.
To visit. So it was a blast.
And Georgia is so nice, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, like in the middle of Georgia, or like the top of Georgia, or all the way down?
I have no idea because I've never been, and I just GPS'd where I had to go.
Okay, 'cause, okay, it always seems like you know, usually like anyone traveling from you know, from our area to Florida, you have to go through that, and Georgia just seems like such a long state,
Yeah,
you know. But then I've heard people from like up there in Michigan say, well, what do you think about Indiana? You know, when you go from top to bottom Indiana.
That's true.
I mean, it's a long state too, but we don't realize that because we're down here in the southern part.
In the little
you know?
tiny part,
So we don't realize, but it always seems like Georgia, you know, and all you see is signs talking about those Georgia peaches or Georgia pecans. You
all
know,
the
stuff.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so pretty though.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Oh yeah, and it's got some of the prettiest, you know, places around, like Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so. It is beautiful, but it just seems like such a long stay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a happy 4th, and glad you had a good time and a little bit of time off. It's always nice to do that, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, let's thank our sponsors.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Cowboys Barbecue, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates.
Okay, thank you to our great sponsors. And, you know, I think for those that have had, you know, there's some people that actually had extended, you know, the holiday, they just had the whole week off. So I don't think people realize today's Friday.
Yeah, it's weird.
I feel like I've had to say, you know, make sure everybody knows what day it is because everybody's so confused.
Yeah.
Know? And then your days start running together, you know, and especially here in the summer, you know, we've had, you know, 9 or 10 o'clock, it's still light outside, you know, everything just starts, it almost becomes a blur how fast everything goes.
It
know?
does.
And also, it seems like, you know, we're already on to the 7th day of July. Isn't that crazy?
It's weird to me that we're even in July.
I know. I tried to tell Brad that summer's over, and he said, no way, no way. He said, I've got 3 more months of full time. But, you know, it seems like that's the mark. You know, the 4th of July, it seems like that's when time just starts flying by so fast.
And school starts in a
School
month.
starts,
and
yes.
Everything's going.
Yeah, everybody's rushing around to get everything done.
Yeah.
And I've seen some school supplies already out and about. People are, you know, back to school shopping.
I've already started because my son's in middle school. So
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, the 7th day of July, today is, chocolate day. So, Erin, if I was going to make something chocolate for you, what would you want me to make you?
Probably chocolate chip muffins.
Muffins?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, I like that. Well, I think I would go with the good old, just the traditional chocolate chip cookie.
New Albany, Jeff, and Clarksville's home for rock classics. 97.9 WSLM rocks.
It was John Maxwell who said leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Your ability to influence people within the sphere of your periphery. It's not about making a nice impression. It's about making an impact. It's about doing your best. I learned how to make an impact from the wisest person I ever met in my life, a 3rd grade dropout. That 3rd grade dropout, the wisest person I ever met in my life, who taught me to combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact, was my father. My father taught himself how to read, taught himself how to write, decided in the midst of Jim Crowism, as America was breathing the last gasp of the Civil War, my father decided he was going to stand and be a man. Not a black man, not a brown man, not a white man, but a man. saying to us, boys, I won't have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I'm going to have a real issue if you aim low and hit. Quoting Henry Ford, saying if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. Lessons like these, son, don't judge people. The tendency of a person is to walk away from somebody that's different from them. You stay there and you get to know them. Vision is the ability to see the invisible. Don't judge. Son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was at my house because the clocks were always ahead. 30 years, my father left the house at 3:45 in the morning. Why, Daddy? He said, maybe one of my boys will catch me in the act of excellence. Aristotle said you are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act. If you're going to do a job, do it right. Do it the right way. Be kind to people. He always told us kind deeds are never lost. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. You'll never be a great executive. You'll never be a great teammate. It's all about you. You'll never be a great staff member. It's all about you. Make sure that servant's towel is always big. 12 years ago when Ozzie Smith walked into the Hall of Fame, he said, I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. And better isn't good enough if it can be best. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. Person that gets up off the canvas and keeps growing, that's the person that will continue to grow their influence. Don't ever forget that.
Whatever it takes.
You're listening to The Rick and Bubba Show, the two sexiest fat men alive.
You are indeed 8 minutes after the hour. It is a Cook's Pest Control Best of Edition. I am Helmsy, and yes, this is the Rick and Bubba Show. Guys, back on Monday, July the 10th. Team Rick and Bubba, all back on the field, ready to play. Here we go. Much stories, much to talk about as we have enjoyed some time away this week. All right, let's jump into a couple more best ofs. Gonna try something here. Never done this before. Okay, I'll tamper with it a little bit, do a little double play 2 bits. Sometimes I'll play 3. I've never played 4. Here we go.
The company, broadcast company that we are partners with right now, the company that says we will pay these rights for your show, I hope and pray that our CEO is loaded. I hope he is loaded. I hope today he's thinking to himself, our business is so good, I'm going to play golf today. I hope he doesn't even work. You know why? Because if he's not doing well, then magically, sooner or later, somebody will say, Rick, about we can have a week. Well, we're not doing it. And you guys, we're paying y'all, this ain't going to happen. Well.
And that's how you lose,
right?
Rob.
I hope my CEO today is going, look at my bonus, automatic. I love my bonus. How about this? I'm going to go as far as this. I love rich people. I love them. You know why? Because they've always given me a job. Thank you, rich people. I love rich people. And
as a matter of fact, the firefighters are here today. They are paid by their city, but it is paid based on taxes of people who have money who can spend it.
Right.
Okay? Without those people with disposable income, they will end up, guess what? Cutting back on firefighters.
Kiss a rich person. Hey, walk up to somebody and say, are you wealthy? If they say yeah, kiss them right on the mouth. Paul McDonald, of course. You know, we always want to hear what he's saying. And
well, let's hear it. Can we hear it?
We got it. Good.
We got the clip?
Yeah, he sang Johnny Cash.
Really?
Folsom Prison Blues.
Mm-hmm.
So,
let's hear a little bit of that.
When I hear the train a-coming, yes, I'm rolling around a bend.
Rick, you've ruined me listening to him, by the way.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Every time he's crying,
You've ruined it for me.
when I hear the whistle boy, baby, on time to stand by the phone. I got the Folsom Prison Blues, my boy. When I was just a baby, my mama told me.
Now, who's his help out there with him?
that's some of the musicians from the band.
I like that presentation with a few of them out there together.
His presentation was outstanding.
To watch him die. Yes, I did.
I liked him better this time than I have because when he whisper sings is when it kind of bothers me. He actually sings. I kind of like that.
I shot a man and went out just to watch him die, baby.
You really do kind of get a feeling that Rod Stewart, what it would be like if Rod Stewart was doing that song.
Well, he also, because he is such a
Helium Boy.
good performer, he gets the whole crowd going here.
Yeah,
I mean, matter of fact, they live off his energy all the way to the show's over. Because he was last. They even come back out at the end all when they started up again.
He falls into, not musically, but the Bo Bice category. You can tell he's played clubs in front of people, you know. Yeah, very comfortable.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, baby. Yeah, that lotion whistle, baby. Blow my blues. Blow my blues.
What if?
I actually like it.
What if Paul McDonald and Helium Boy did a duet together?
Blow my blues.
Let's do it. All right, here we go.
Game on.
All right, now I need to know, y'all want me to do this with a bat or a book?
Let's try books since that's what Greg said.
Why don't you roll the tire over?
Do I need to get right here?
Quick
Y'all mark down the day, Helms got nerve damage. Well, we were all here.
Let's just
Yeah. All right, now I need to know something real quick, Helms. Are you going to hold me
Do
responsible?
you hit it or do you put the book on it and hit the book?
Yeah.
Wait, I got.
You know your wrist snaps pretty easy
That's
right there,
gonna
too,
hurt,
by the way.
That's going to hurt. I got to be pretty clear. Speedy while holding the big book saying, no, you're not going to hold me responsible. No, I won't hold the guy responsible. I just slammed the book on my hand.
Here's what I do.
Come on.
You know how easy that wrist is to break?
I know. Bubba, what's
the best way?
Look, we got
You got to put your hand flat.
Hey,
You need
can't-
something to bite on?
we've got.
Don't cuss, Helms, or I'll have to dump it. Nobody will hear it.
I've
You
got a
gotta have it on
12-year-old kid that is playing lacrosse right now with a broken leg.
You got to sit it on the table or it's
Put it on the table, flat like that.
Yeah, flat. I want. Yeah, keep your hands down. So
That's
Speedy,
gonna hurt. Man, that's gonna hurt.
You gonna hit it with a ball bat.
Don't hit it with a bat, Speedy.
What?
Go ahead.
That's gonna hurt, though.
I would go flat.
All of y'all are responsible for that.
Did it bust?
Did it bust the gangland?
I think it did.
I think you need to give it another shot.
By the way, Speed just did. I think it's gone. By the way, it's gone.
I just knocked the fire out of
Told
it.
y'all.
How about that? There it went.
Let me see it.
Told y'all.
No, it's a
No,
little bit.
it'll swell back up in a minute when the
pretty much
fluid
gone.
runs back in there.
Hit it
I
again.
think I need to get that.
Again?
Right there.
Yeah, hit it one more.
I get it. The book's taking a beating. I don't know about his wrist. Look, you ain't nobody gonna read that again.
Yeah.
Look, I picked the book up.
Oh, no. Book of Man's
Don't
been.
mess with Book of Man. That's a great book. It's long, though.
Look at me.
Very long.
Let me see it. Yeah, it's gone. Good job.
There you
Wait,
go.
that's what take it. Big
Hey,
guy.
y'all need anything else from me?
Well, Greg, what about what
It is gone, by the way.
Amanda, I'm sorry. I know you wanted to do that.
Greg,
but
what should we
It is
do
completely gone.
if you tell us a rooster can pull a truck?
You go get the chain.
Guys,
You go get the chain and hook it up.
It's completely gone.
Tell him to back his little rooster self up and hook him up.
it's gone.
We continue to the phones we go. Coach Abbott is
Oh,
standing
good.
by.
Good. We love to hear from Coach
We have
A lot of tie-ins here.
there's a big playoff game in 1AA this Saturday involving our former college, Jacksonville State University, taking on another university in our Rick and Bubba audience, UTC, the Mocs. Didn't know. till
University of Chattanooga mocking.
Did not know that. I had them still the Moccasins, and when I was told by one of their fans they've been the Mockingbird.
Yeah, we were all shocked.
Yeah, didn't even know that. Big game though in 1AA, a biggie.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
and Coach Abbott is the former baseball coach who won national championship in baseball at Jacksonville State. He is calling in.
Won over 1,000 games.
So, Coach Abbott, how are you, buddy?
Okay, but she can come report on the sideline at our game.
Okay, she thinks it's
Hey, let me tell you, Coach Burgess has got this team ready to play. They're going to win another one like they did in 92.
I think it's getting better.
It is getting better.
Oh, it's
Most
unbelievable.
definitely.
Hey, let me tell you, Bill can do it. And if they don't win, he'll just run their ass up that mountain.
Okay. Even if you don't know who Coach Abbott is, that is dead.
It is.
Wow. He even got he can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he got
Golly.
he has studied that.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helps find the right people for your team, faster and for free. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Bubba. That's linkedin.com/Bubba to post your job for free. Or visit rickandbubba.com under the sponsors for a link. Terms and conditions apply. All right, folks, you've heard us talking about what Relief Factor can do for your pain for several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at relieffactor.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsor.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FUN for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FUN for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep, and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $8.99, plus special financing. Ends Monday. See store for details.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
All right, folks, you've heard us talking about what Relief Factor can do for your pain for several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at relieffactor.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
Rock out at work, rock out in the car, or wherever you are with 97.9 WSLM.
Welcome back to the Rick and Bubba Broadcast Plaza and Telephone.
He's loaded like a bag of cotton.
Comedian, motivational speaker, singer-songwriter,
Bag of powder.
Lover, father, husband, brother. Don't even say my name until I have a chance to say, Lenora, that sweater's gorgeous, girl. You still hold the Christmas spirit. May God bless you and your family, girl.
John Morgan.
Lenora looking righteous in a blue sweater.
Yeah.
We've got the Christmas scene on it.
Yep.
Beautiful woman.
That's right. A minute ago, I saw Rudolph leading Santa right across.
Did you seriously?
I did. John, what did you bring us?
I brought you some things from your kitchen. Because I know y'all don't get out much. I brought some red pepper jelly because I don't eat it, and it came to me in the gift box.
Right.
And some bread, some whole wheat bread because I'm worried about y'all health.
Yeah.
Some Twizzlers because you got to have a little sweet.
Right.
And then I got you some sunglass holders.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Because it's the Christmas spirit. It's the Christmas season.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you. And how proud we ought to say Merry Christmas, you know?
I know.
Tired of people telling us we can't say what we want to say, you know? Man, I really don't care. Merry Christmas. It's the life of Christ that we celebrate on
Amen.
Christmas. So let's be real about it, you know?
What about the children? Update us on them. What's their age?
Everybody's doing good. You know, everybody's doing good. I know what the boys want. Not really sure what the daughter wants. You know, she's Chinese. You know,
Right.
I really can't read her face. You know, it's flatline. Watch the Chinese. I never spank her. You spank her, it break your heart. You know,
Yeah.
because when she cry, the water just fall out. They don't have bottom eyelids. And but I love her. I got a call from. I had to go to school. Had to go to school, Speedy. Had to go to school because they called me about the daughter, right?
What did she do? You expected about the sons.
Exactly.
You expected.
No, so they rolled me in, my dear people. They rolled me in, and they said, Mr. Moore, we need to talk to you about your daughter. And I said, okay, well, seriously. And underneath there was choice words, but I held back because I knew where I was. And so they said, you know, it's nothing bad. We need to test your daughter for the gifted program.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, then I took a deep breath, and I said, well, you know, seriously, did you have to call me in for this, you know? And they said, well, you know, most parents are really happy. And I said, yeah, great, do what you got to do. And they said, seriously, most parents are happy. I said, she's Chinese, man. We expected it. Now, you tell me you're going to test one of them boys, I do flips all through it. You know, I brought them into the world, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just, you know, one thing unfolds another. But I'm loving the kids, and life in Louisiana's doing okay. You know, we're trying to bounce back from that oil spill.
Yeah.
And let me be so clear as to say this clear, too. If George Bush don't like black people, I can promise you Obama don't like Cajuns. That'll lay that, roll that on the line right there. Come down there for his pictorial in khaki pants and loafers. What kind of oil you gonna help dig up? All I wanted him to do was just gotta lean over one of them big ears and scoop up about 80 gallons.
Betty, you have been given a chore here. We have a new book coming out.
I can't wait.
It's going to be about marriage here this summer, this year. And I understand that you were approached about this book.
Yes, Bill came in last week one day and said, can you just sometime in the next week or two, as you think of them, jot down about the top 10 things that annoy you most about them? So I said, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was thinking, okay.
I could write a chapter.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I get a little tablet out, write down, hand it over to him, you know, in the next 3 to 5 minutes. And Here you go.
It didn't take you very long.
No, and he just looked at me like, I said, what is it? You didn't think I could come up with anything? You know, he said, well, I didn't think it'd take that fast, you know what I mean? And so I said, well, wait a minute, hand it back. So anyway, so I scribbled out number 1 and put the fact that you don't think anything annoys me about you is number 1.
Sit here, Betty, fill this out. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, look.
Done,
I mean, she's over there flipping pages.
Done.
I said, honey, we just need 10, not the hot 100.
10 will do. 10 will do. Done.
And my next question was he supposed to fill that out about me? I can't wait to see what he wrote about me. See, that won't come out. I won't see that till the book.
Yeah,
but you gotta be careful.
But he'll autograph the copy.
And that was one of the things that annoyed Betty about me. She said having to read about herself in a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah. I have to live my life after everything. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Done. Done. Didn't take you long. Hey, you done?
No, listen, this is how it was. I said, you know, honey, if you just got that thing, you hear that page turn, you know, she just writing and going. I said, good.
She said all you need is 10. No, you can write them down later. You don't have to do them now. Done!
But it's just a list in the book. It's not the whole book. You don't have to write that.
Let me call Thomas Nelson Post. Done! Got it. Let me get Martha on the phone. Done!
Done.
You can do it after you take the kids to school. Done!
Usually when Martha Bolton calls, I'm not that excited, but I picked the phone right up.
You was ready for that.
Oh, yeah. She was giving her more over the phone. Hey, Martha, what about this one? Hey, that's enough.
I forgot one.
That's enough.
Hey, Daddy, could you give me the done?
This is one of my favorites.
I can't write that fast.
About Betty is that she, you know, it doesn't matter what we do, she helps us to stay well grounded. You can see what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is what I get at home, even when y'all ain't around.
You have to have it.
And right. I mean, I can come in, I can be so excited about something on the show. You know, I come in, I go, Betty, you're not gonna believe it. We're gonna have a TV show. They're gonna televise the show every day. And Betty will go, yeah, but that garbage can's still at the road. You think you can get a TV camera? You think you can get a TV camera and tape you bringing that back anytime this week? I'm like,
I'd like to see.
And then I'm like, yes, ma'am. You know, I got that in there.
By the way, I do miss the TV. That was.
Yeah, it was funny, all right. And
it was.
And then, you know, I'll come in and I'll go, man, you wouldn't believe this, sir, that, you know, they want us to write a book, and it's going to be great. We're going to be working with this lady that worked with Bob Hope for 15 years, Martha Bolton, and I just want to hear her stories, and I'm so excited about all that. She goes, yeah, but this door sure is squeaking over here. She says, you think you get Martha to come down here and oil that for me? Because you're not going to do it. And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I lower my head and, go off again.
So we can expect this list in the next book.
I guess so. Yeah, unless he's the editor.
Oh, no, you didn't give it to him. Did you give it right to Martha or to him?
Well, I had to give it to him.
Oh, no. Oh, he did.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Summer is calling our name, and this year you can actually get the free time to enjoy it. Like
the ball, slip and slide, get in the kiddie pool. It's so much fun.
I love that. I want you to know something about me, Erin. This is maybe something that you did not know. One of my little superpowers is kickball. I love a game of kickball.
You'll have to come over and play slip and slide kickball.
I will invite myself, okay? They're like, who is she and why is she here?
Yeah.
Because she loves kickball, okay? I'll bring a dessert. I'll do whatever I need to do. Whatever will get my foot in the door. I love a good game of kickball.
Yeah.
Now that's what my childhood. We played kickball every day.
Yeah.
Love kickball. Yeah. I don't know if I'm that good, but I know I love to play.
Yeah.
So it's fun. All right. Okay. So some things. Speaking of summer, and we are right now in the middle of summer. So some things that, a lot of times people are planning their vacations, right? Their summer vacation. So here are some tips, which I'm all about saving money, because you want to be able to do a vacation, and a lot of times, financially it's not, and we know that groceries, everything's gone up so much. Well, here are some money saving tips for your summer vacation, which I always did when, having so many children and we went on vacation. I always was that bargain saver, right? Try to save way you can. Because
Sure.
some things you can't save on, but sometimes you can. Okay, so if you're itching to take a trip soon, here are some 4 tips on how to save money on a summer vacation. Number 1, book your plane tickets now. Try to book your plane tickets a few weeks or months in advance. Last minute sales used to be common, but not so much anymore. Yeah, there's just no...
No, it's not. If you're trying to get a plane ticket, you might as well get it way ahead of time, otherwise it's going to be really expensive.
Exactly, you're going to pay more. Yeah. So if you've already got that, planned, then go ahead and get your tickets or your plane tickets now.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, be flexible. If you're flexible on dates and destinations, you can get a way better chance of scoring a good deal on plane tickets and hotels.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you kind of make your vacation, like, just kind of keep some dates and then kind of see what's the better deal.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy though. Like, you can, like, on maybe like the 10th of July, it might be $500, and then on the 12th of July, it might be $200.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. There's no pattern on that.
At all.
Yeah.
It's always different.
I think they have a dartboard and they just throw. Today
Yeah.
we're going to make it this. Today
Yeah.
we're going to make it this. I don't know. Well, their peaks, they've got their homes down to a science.
I'm sure they go back in previous years and see how many people were
this
there.
Is the peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we probably are very, I guess, we do a lot of the things the same. We're very predictable a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a lot of times you do, like, let's go back, like, we used to have the fair, our Washington County Fair used to be in July. So, like, growing up as a child, we never took our vacation until after the fair.
Yeah.
So we were almost, and it was towards the end of July. So we were, like, almost into August, when we take our vacation. But that's when they started school
Same time
later.
every year.
Yeah. But now we have the fair in June, and then we start school earlier. So
Isn't that weird?
It's crazy, and it's like, okay, so, like, I'm not being negative. I'm saying is that because what the reasoning was to take more breaks throughout the year.
Yeah.
Start earlier.
Sure.
And take a little more breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we didn't always get. So I could see that. You have.
Me too.
You have, pros and cons about everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the reasoning, but it also makes, like we were talking about this the other day, you've got to get everything in, which is kind of hard to do sometimes.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Before school starts. I mean, because then when school starts, you got to start going to bed. And your son, does he stay up late right now? I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I was just telling one of my friends. Yeah. I was just telling one of my friends the other day, like, during the summer, we always stayed up, like, all night and played, and then, like, we'd have, like, 2 weeks of summer left, and my mom would be like, okay, time to start having a bedtime again, so I'm like, I guess I'll have to do that with Cameron.
There you go.
Like, I'm pretty a laid-back mom. If you have good grades, and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're not being wild, what's it hurting to stay up late? You know what I mean? Especially when he has friends over. When I was a kid, we pulled all-nighters. You know what I mean?
Wait, go Erin.
Yeah. You would just stay up all night with your friends, prank calling people, doing your nails, whatever you did.
Yeah.
And what's it hurt for him if he's at home and he's safe and what's it hurt?
Well, there you go, Erin. There you go. I love that.
Brownstown, Seymour, North Vernon, the region's rock classic station, 97.9, 97.9 WSL.
By the time bedtime comes, most people are ready for bed.
Oh, yeah. During school, Cameron's passed out.
Yeah. I think I think that's I think they usually wear themselves out so much.
Yeah.
They welcome bedtime.
Sure, yeah.
I think so too. But I think that, the summer, like, getting all that activity and fun is important.
It is.
And
the memories.
Definitely. Yeah. And summertime is great.
Like, nobody wants to look back and go, we used to stay at Cameron's house, but his mom always made us go to bed at 8. They're going to be like, remember that time we were at your house? We stayed until 4 o'clock in the morning. Not really 4 o'clock, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we had slumber parties still, because we used to have, I had girls.
Yeah.
We had slumber parties all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, they'd still be,
going.
Yeah, still going strong, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but then the next day, they were out. You know what I mean? The whole day long, they were completely, out. But I saw the other day, and I thought, this was interesting, that, how, like, a lot of times, like, you set your alarm, like, the night before, and then people that keep hitting the snooze, you know what I mean, that they said that is where you know how they always analyze everything. You know what I mean? Everybody has to chime in on everything.
Yeah.
But they said that that's actually the night before when you set that alarm, you made a commitment to yourself that time. And so when you're hitting the snooze, you are breaking that commitment.
Oh, well, I break my commitment every morning.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm doing a crap job at that.
So do you hit the snooze? How many times snoozes do you get?
Maybe like 2 or 3, not a lot. I mean, 2 or 3 is a little excessive, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's only like 5 minutes, come on.
Yeah, but if you like have that roommate or something who's like not hitting that alarm, hitting that snooze, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you might be a little bit more like, don't set the snooze.
Yeah.
Or don't set the alarm so early.
I actually do that. It's a toxic red flag of mine.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah.
We love to hear those. We love confessions.
I set it like way earlier than I need to, and then just hit snooze a lot because for some reason it just makes me feel better.
Like I'm at least,
Yeah, like I'm like awake, but not all the way.
This is my decision, not your decision. I will decide when I get out of bed. There's so many little things that we can't control. But I can control this, okay?
Yeah, you're not messing with mine.
That's right. I will get out of bed when I'm ready.
Yeah, so if I need to get up at 7, I'll set my alarm for like 6:45 and hit snooze a few times to get up at 7.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they say that you're breaking that commitment to yourself, Erin.
Well, I'm doing terrible.
That's right.
But I'm not changing.
I'm not doing it. That's right. I don't know where this comes off of. I mean, who really cares? Who's got this much time on their hands?
Yeah.
To really care how somebody, if it's working for you, whatever pattern,
Yeah. Like God forbid I hit the snooze and now I've got mental issues or something because every time they yell.
I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I think you're okay. Yeah.
But they overanalyze everything.
Everything.
Everything somehow stems from your childhood, or you're not devoted to yourself,
right,
or you're
exactly.
lazy,
or you're cheating, or you're lying to yourself, cheating. What?
Yeah.
You're just hitting the snooze.
Yeah.
You're
Can't even
overthinking
sleep here.
this. That's right. You're overthinking this way too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think they try to analyze everything.
Yeah.
I'm with you, girl. Yeah. I actually wake up on my own. I'm a morning.
You wake up without an alarm?
I'm a morning lark. Yeah. Morning just. Yeah. I know. But it's actually. I mean. I don't think it's a superpower because it's just the opposite. Like when these people sleep in, I kind of get jealous because I'd like to sleep in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I want to sleep in, but my body's just up and at 'em. Let's do this. We got to get going. Get cracking.
Get cracking.
Get cracking. You got things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wired weird.
Yeah. I do that on the week. So during the week, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get up. I always get up when I'm supposed to, but then on the weekend, I'm rearing and ready to go at 7 a.m. I'm like,
that happens. Yeah, I know. Well, that used to always happen. Let's talk about church.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, you can get up and you're like, everybody's like early morning rise.
Yeah.
But then on Sunday, it's like pulling like teeth trying to get people up out of bed.
It's like your body knows you have something to do, and it's like, yeah, I think we don't want to.
After I got 6 daughters ready to church, Erin, I needed to be in church.
I need Jesus.
No, I gotta have Jesus on my side. Yeah. After that, we would roll in, and I felt like just going right up to the altar.
Yeah, just grabbing him.
That's right. We need church. This family needs church really bad. Because you get one dress, and then you'd be like 3 or 4 and make sure everybody's up and at them, and shoes, make sure they have their shoes on.
And by the time the fourth one's ready, the first one's hair is messed up.
Exactly. Somebody has completely. Yeah, so it was always crazy. But I would never change anything. I loved it all.
So pause for a second. I didn't know you had 6 daughters.
Yeah, drama. The sky was always falling, Erin. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was always a crisis. Yeah.
So you have 6 children and they're all girls.
All girls. Yeah, and I've had them all. No twins.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's why you can't scare me, Erin. I had 6 daughters.
There was 4 of us girls growing up. Well, there was only 3 of us at first, and then my mom got married, and we had a 4th sister. So there was 4 of us girls, and we thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Add 2. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was very dramatic. Yeah. It was and they're very bold too. I raised 6 strong women.
Yeah.
Very opinionated, very strong.
I can see you being a girl mom.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm that girl mom.
Yeah.
Definitely. We loved every bit of it, and I always you know, when they were little. Of course, when they got older, they did their own hair. But I always curled hair. Always did.
Oh,
yes,
I guarantee
everything.
you they had cute dresses and shoes.
Oh, we
and,
always, we were total,
Yeah, divas.
Totally had a blast.
Yeah.
So, and you know, and it's funny because it's just funny how life is with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
They were a blessing. I loved them. Love, and still do love them. But yeah, they are 6 daughters. I don't know why. I guess I've never told you that then.
No, I mean, I've heard you talk about your daughters.
Oh, yeah, and I usually say like 1,000 children.
Yeah, but then when you said 6, I was like, well, that's a specific number. Maybe she's serious this time.
Yeah, no, I am serious. Yeah. Well, it takes 2 hands. You know, I remember I had my mouth full of food, and someone said, "How many children do you have?" I remember 2 hands.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I used to. I could do the high five. Now I got to put the
Yeah.
finger.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
6 kids.
Thank you. Sometimes I thank God that I had a boy because I feel like if I had a girl, she would be a hot mess.
Yeah. Well, I think you know, God's got it down to a science there, and I think that He knew what I needed. You know what I mean? So.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I would love to have a little girl, but when I had Cameron, I think it was a good time for me to have a boy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a hot mess now, but I was even more of a hot mess then.
Yeah.
Like I thrive in chaos.
Yeah.
So I'm always just going.
Yeah.
So Cameron's real laid back. You know how boys
great.
are.
Yeah.
He's just like, whatever, Mom,
they
not
don't
that
have
big of a deal.
Any desire. It's a total different world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah. And I always get tickled and amazed at boy moms because it's just such a different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so different.
It's like raising Johnny Knoxville.
Never heard it put like that, but there you go. Yeah, no desire. You know what I mean? Life's gonna go on. Yeah, and ours was just the opposite. The sky was always falling. There was always a crisis. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just it's very very fun. Yeah. All right. So be flexible. Be flexible on your dates and your destinations. This is how to save money for those just now joining us on a summer vacation. Number 3, try to take your trip in late August. It's likely to have better prices than in July. Okay, but that makes it difficult sometimes for school.
Yeah.
Number 4, travel on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. They are generally the cheapest days to fly, while Fridays and Sundays are usually the most expensive. So try not to travel on Friday. I figured Sunday would be less, but Fridays and Sundays are the more expensive.
I guess a lot of people go home on Sunday to return to work Monday.
So those are some good. I think too, for those that are doing, I like a staycation. You know, staying at home and doing a vacation.
Me too. I think everyone needs that.
We have had some of the funnest. You know, I mean, just traveling all around. We have so many great things around us.
Yeah.
You know, and like there's all kinds of things to do. There's trails to hike.
Mm-hmm.
There's great food places, you know, that maybe you haven't done before.
Yeah.
Go around and see things that you haven't done. You know, there's so many great things to do, and I think you can do fun staycations.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I think that those are fine, and I think I think during COVID we learned how important fun things at home to do. You know, and I think that's Okay. Also, another thing. This is just, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But stamp prices are going up this Sunday. And for those that use stamps.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah. So starting Sunday, Forever stamps will jump up to 63 cents, from 63 cents to 66 cents. It's the second price jump this year and the 5th since 2019. At the start of 2019, there were 50 cents. They upped to 55 in that January, then 58 in 2021. And 60 last year, 63 this past January, and now they're going to 66 cents. The cost to send a postcard will jump from 48 cents to 51 cents, and sending the letter overseas will be $1.50 up from $1.45. They announced the latest price in April, citing higher opening expenses fueled by inflation. Also a part of their 10-year plan to increase revenue and stop operating at a loss. UPS had $1 billion net losses in the first quarter of 2023, but that actually is better than the same time they were last year. They were $1.5 billion. So stamps are going up.
That's crazy to me.
I know. So if you buy the Forever stamp, okay, then so now you can get it at 66 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 63 cents. I don't know. So you get the Forever stamp, then you don't ever, I mean, that's forever, right? You don't have to. When it increases, it still stays forever, right?
No, I don't know.
It's been so long.
Me
since
too.
I've
I
mailed
don't.
a letter or done a stamp.
I do
right?
everything electronic anymore.
Everybody does, I think. Yeah.
Besides, like, I send letters to my grandma because we do like a pen pal thing.
Right.
But I bought a bunch of stamps at once then, and I honestly didn't even pay attention. I didn't even think about paying attention to that.
Yeah.
I just
Crazy.
needed stamps and went and got them.
Yeah. Well, they probably, you know.
Yeah.
They charged you more, Erin. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So these are some random facts for Friday. Okay. The script that Charlton Heston holds in the movie Earthquake, as he's running the lines, is actually the script for Earthquake, and on the page of the scene being shot.
It's what?
Is actually the script of Earthquake. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
And the page of the scene being shot. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Babies have around 300 bones at birth. Eventually, those bones fuse to the standard of 206. So they're born with 300, and then they fuse together, so they 206.
Wow.
Okay. All right, and this is okay. Speed 2, Cruise Control, only got positive reviews from the two major film critics, Siskel and Ebert. I guess the other places put it down. Now Tom Cruise is coming out with a new movie, right?
I don't know.
I think he is. I think it's is it what's the one that that he keeps having where he does his own stunts?
Oh,
I know I can see it.
Shoot. I can't think
Everybody's
of it.
yelling at the radio right now.
Yeah,
I'm
telling
trying to
us what
think.
it is.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I
it
can't
is.
think. Yeah. I can't think. Okay. All right. Okay. I know it'll come to Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Mission Impossible. I think he's doing a new one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what number it would be, but I like his Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
I like it. I think they're good. Number 5. It's a federal crime to reuse a stamp. And it can get you up to 1 year in prison if you reuse a stamp.
I think that's a little excessive, but okay.
I didn't know that, but I've seen, okay, I know, yeah, that's a little bit harsh.
Yeah.
But, I've seen where they, for whatever reason, they came through the mail and they didn't get marked.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard people reusing them. I don't know that I ever have, but, I've heard of people doing that.
I would be too scared to reuse it.
But if you, it doesn't have, but I but I don't know, you know what I mean?
I guess if you didn't know.
Yeah. But we just told you, now he knows.
Yeah, it seems sketchy to take it off and put it on another
No,
one,
they
though,
do that
so.
though. But years ago, before everybody did that, I mean, if there was a stamp and it didn't get marked, I didn't know it was wrong to not reuse it.
I mean, how would you know, really, if you don't pay attention to that stuff?
Right.
But can you imagine being in prison for a year for a stamp? I mean, you
Yeah,
wouldn't make it.
What did you do? You reused a stamp.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mugshot Monday, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I reused the stamp. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it sounds ridiculous.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of different. But this is interesting. This week in science. Okay, I love science. Alien wreckage, edible packaging, and extra teeth. Okay, so here we go. These are the highlights, okay? A team from Harvard claimed they found debris on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean that could be possibly an alien spaceship. Whatever it is, it splashed down back in 2014. Now that's a real game changer. Wouldn't that be cool?
I need to tell Cameron about that. My son is like, yeah.
Oh, you need to go full throttle with him
Yeah,
on that.
he's into that stuff.
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
I bet.
He
No doubt.
He thinks that we got aliens.
Well, I interviewed 7 astronauts. They were the coolest interview I've ever done. The most intelligent men. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I was totally, it was probably one of the most intimidating interviews. Because these guys, but they were the nicest and the funniest. They've got a huge sense of humor. So it was really cool. But I asked them, if they had ever, if they believed in the alien, and they can't answer certain questions, but they just said we're not alone.
See?
I got a chill. I was like, what?
What?
You know what? What? And then they just smiled.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. In my mind, of course, you plant one seed like that and it runs.
Oh, me
my
too.
goodness.
You give me an inch and I'm taking a mile, buddy.
I know. Yeah, so that's yeah. So they say that, so I don't know. So we'll see. I don't know. I feel like, okay, like to say this statement, I feel like they have to have something to back it up because this day and age, there's too many ways of researching for yourself. So Harvard's not gonna want to put out like false information.
No.
Right? Harvard's not gonna. I mean, their reputation. They're not gonna want to put something out there that's crazy. So there has to be something to this, right?
And why would they say that? I don't know.
I mean,
it's hard to tell.
I don't know either.
But my son looks up all this stuff, and he had me convinced one time.
One time?
Yeah.
You changed one time he had me.
Yeah,
okay? He had me one time.
Yeah.
The second time he didn't get me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never say never. I don't know.
Cameron is like always like looking up crazy stuff. Like one time he was like on this.
Kentuckiana's home for the best rock classics 24/7, 365, 97.9 WSL.
You're listening to The Rick and Bubba Show, the two sexiest fat men alive.
We have a Bill Bubba Bussy update.
Well, Rick, the day started off good. I have a water leak in my basement, and my roof is hanging down like dough.
Ooh. Yeah, or as you described it earlier,
yes.
a nursing home.
Yes. Several locations. You just got to see it to believe it.
But you know what? When you said that, I went, oh, I see it.
Yep.
I've already started, and Shark Week has officially not started yet, which I love Shark Week, and I've been talking about it this week. But I've been watching the National Geographic. They started their shark stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they show there's so much of the ocean that we've never even seen.
Oh, only 3% of the ocean has even been touched.
So it's crazy to think about that. You know what I mean? And there's so much. Last night they had on. This big whale died, okay? And all of the sharks kept eating on this whale. It was like a gift to the researchers because they could analyze all these sharks that were eating this huge whale. You know what I mean? And and so the whale, so this one lady came up, which she's extremely brave, and her boat had it was like an airboat, and the sharks thought it was part of that whale, and it popped her air. And she was she was so calm. She was like, my boat is sinking. She's, radioed in, come get me. You don't even know the word. First of all, you would have to, I don't even think you could understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would be screaming so much. Right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't think I'd go out with that kind of a boat. You know what I mean?
No.
She brought her own personal boat out there, and it had the sides were like air.
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
No, no brainer over here. You're not going to get me. And anyway, but she was all calm, and they came and they got her. She was living to tell about it. But I'm a little bit obsessed with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I had a shark encounter.
What?
I had a shark encounter. Well, I know that our listeners, for those that listen frequently, know that I tell that story often, so I won't bore you with all that. But I will, Erin, tell you about my shark encounter. Okay? Yes. So I am obsessed with them. And I don't want anything to do with them. You know what I mean?
I'm obsessed with them, but from afar.
From afar. You know what I mean? Yes. Watching them on my TV, I'm okay. You know what I mean? But to be in the water with them, no way, Jose. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, but last night they actually had on the orcas, which the orcas are my favorite. I love the killer whales. I'm really obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was very interesting.
I can't judge. I'm obsessed with serial killer documentaries. So
oh my gosh!
I can't judge by your
that's
shark
a little
obsession.
different. Okay, well there you go then. Yeah, I'm more obsessed with orcas, which last night was the orcas, and they kill these sharks. This was very interesting, and they eat their liver. They want the liver.
Just the liver.
Just the liver.
That sounds like a serial killer.
I was going to say, I knew that would get you excited over there. Yeah, I know. See, now you're going to be an orca fan, right? There you go.
You sold me.
It's really weird. For anybody eating breakfast, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting. I still need to Google because it didn't explain what part, but I guess there's a lot of nutrients in it. I don't know. I don't,
Odd.
I'm
sure
really
there's
weird
some
because they had all these sharks that died, and they were missing their liver from the orcas that killed them. So, yeah. And if you go back, let's go back a few weeks ago remember, which there were a bunch of orcas that were killing people and knocking ships.
Yeah.
Remember, I was obsessed with that. Remember, I always share my craziness on this. But there was like one orca, and she was mad because I think, no.
She was mad.
She was not happy. Not upset.
Yeah.
An orca, okay. And she was like sending her what is it, she was sending her frequencies to all the other orcas, and there was like a pod of them that were doing, this was like, and I was telling my girls about this. Of course, I always have to tell my weirdnesses, and they didn't believe me, and then they were like looking it up, they're for themselves. Look it up, you know what I mean?
Look it up.
Look it up. I am right. And they were like, oh my goodness. And it stemmed, they thought, from this one orca, and she was like sending out all of this anger and telling them to get angry, and they were like
got a gang of orcas.
I know, and their leader was upset.
I am flabbergasted.
Erin, this will be on your mind all day long, all weekend long. You'll be thinking, what?
Yeah,
I know, it's crazy. I know, it's crazy for whatever reason. Okay, so there we go on that. So anyway, speaking of that, so I guess I do want to follow more up about the Harvard team that claimed that, so back in 2014, that there might be a spaceship on the bottom of the ocean. Although, again, we learned, history just showed us that you probably shouldn't be dabbling in that, right?
Yeah.
We just heard a horrible situation with the Titanic.
Yeah.
So I hope that it doesn't, maybe it's not as deep, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand that whole situation with the Titanic.
I don't think, you hear so many different theories, so many different...
And then there was already a Netflix documentary around it, like 2 days later. Like, how did you have time to do that?
I know.
I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so in food news, which we love food, right? Could edible packaging be a thing someday? So, okay, listen, so after you kill a bag of Doritos, you can't beat a good Dorito.
Yeah.
I love a Dorito with a ham sandwich.
Yeah, me too.
They just go together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not even mad if you want to put the Doritos on my sandwich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not even going to be mad. Okay, you could eat, so after you kill a bag of Doritos, you could eat the bag, too.
Okay, that's cool as an idea, but imagine how many germs.
Well, I'm just thinking, think of the people that's touched that bag.
Like, I mean, it's shipped to the stores.
Yeah.
People walking around with their booger fingers, touching everything in the, I don't think that's a good idea.
I've not thought of it that way.
Yeah.
No, Erin, that's a whole other, Well, in research in China, they're working on it. So therefore, I guess, like, it would be healthier for the earth, right?
It would.
But after hearing about those fingers touching it, Erin, you've got me worried now. I don't know. It's edible packaging, and I just can't imagine it being good, right? I mean, after you've ate a Dorito, I don't think I'd want to eat the packaging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, just
and it would have to be,
it.
I mean,
Make everything recyclable.
Yeah. But they're working on it in China, okay? So we'll see. Okay. In dental news, researchers in Japan are testing a new medication that would let people regrow your teeth. It's already worked on mice. They're testing it on humans next year, and it could be available for 2030. So instead of like all of those, for people that wear the false teeth, you could actually grow a tooth.
Like a chia pet.
Yeah. A chia pet, yeah. Spread this on your gum and let it sit.
Miracle Grow. I can't wait to see the commercials.
What if it like growed like, because now hang on, you know more medical than I do, but like what if you growed the wrong tooth in the wrong spot, right?
Yeah, I
don't. Right? What
how
if you
does that
grew
like perfectly?
What if you grew? Don't they like number their teeth? What if you grew a number 9 in a 7 hole?
7, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I guess if you don't have teeth, you're not concerned about if the number 9's in the 7 hole. You just want to chew that piece of bacon up, huh?
Oh yeah. I remember he didn't have teeth, but now he does.
Yeah.
So there are. So anyway, it's supposed to be available in 2030. Okay, so let's wait for that. We got to mark that calendar on your calendar. Okay. All right. Also, Earth may have the hottest day on record 3 times this week. The first 2 were July the 3rd and 4th. Now the data shows the 5th was even hotter, an average worldwide temperature of 62.9 degrees.
That doesn't seem too hot, but I guess if the entire world
Right.
together, it would be hot.
Right. Okay, we're going to run and we got to get out of here, but time real quick. In space, a pair of scientists in Australia think the universe ran in slow motion for the first billion years because something called the time dilation. The time moved 5 times slower than it does now. Elon Musk News, a report of star-linking satellites found they have 25,000 collision maneuvers in 6 months of the year to avoid crashing into stuff there. And even just one collision could cause a chain reaction. Number 7, real quick, in animal news, a study found that rattlesnakes don't get as stressed if they've got a friend nearby, meaning another rattlesnake, but the study also found even putting a big rope next to them could do it the same. Well, I really don't care.
Yeah.
That is nothing I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like spiders or snakes, and I'm sorry, but I don't like any rattlesnakes at all, so.
Me either.
Yeah. The best snake is a dead snake to me. Okay?
Yep.
Yes. All right, Erin, we're running close on time, and happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and you got big weekend plans?
No, I want to stay home and sleep. I'm
Look
exhausted.
at you. Yeah, well, you've been traveling, girl.
Yeah.
Good to get you back, and I'm glad you got away for a little bit. And I want to remind everybody that Salem Crossing and Meadowview, if you want to come and get a tour, find out more, talk to Erin, and find out, some options. It's always not good to know your options before you even need them, right?
Absolutely.
So come see Erin and check it out. Meadowview or Salem Crossing, great facilities. And today you are representing the Salem Crossing, so I appreciate that. So let's thank our sponsors, Erin.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fox Crowley Wealth Management, Po' Boys Barbecue, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates.
And Po' Boys Barbecue are going to start delivering. So they're going to start the delivery service. So if you're at an office or a factory and you want Po' Boys, they're going to bring it to you. So that's pretty awesome. All right, happy Friday, everyone. Thanks, Erin.
Drive Tour. True TV and Practical Jokers, the Drive Tour. Starring Q, Murr, and Sal. Friday, July 28th, Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
This is going to drive me insane.
Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. 16 years of age or older suggested to attend. Produced by Outback Presents.
Beach Bend Park. That's where my summer happens.
It's where my family's come for generations for great times.
It's where amusement rides and water park slides are just my size.
It's where my friends and I have a blast on the big thrill rides. It's where we can do all the attractions and not spend time in long lines.
It's where you can have unlimited thrills with a 2023 season pass for just $74.99. A pass pays for itself in 2 visits and comes with 2 anytime bring a friend free tickets, discounts, and more. Visit beachbend.com.
Po' Boys Barbecue. It ain't barbecue if there ain't no smoke. New owner Bill and his family welcome you to try the St. Louis-style ribs, meat by the pound, or try a variety of dinners with 2 sides. Looking for something lighter? Try sandwiches with pulled pork or chicken, brisket, hand-pounded tenderloin, or the half-pound Angus burger, or ask for the old 38, a sandwich with half brisket and half pulled pork. There are chicken strips, grilled cheese, and a quarter-pound burger for the kids, and smoked chicken wings, haystack onion rings, and french fries. And you'll love their #1 bestseller, the Pig Pin, which includes a heap of steak fries covered in pulled pork and cheese sauce. Doors open Tuesday through Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Sunday. If you're in a hurry, call ahead at 812-570-0020. And they'll have it ready for carry-out or dine-in. Head over to Po' Boys Barbecue for some of the best barbecue you'll ever eat.
Hey y'all, this is Bill from Po' Boy Barbecue. Just remember, we only smoke the good stuff.
You may have heard the kids chanting about favorite freebies at Holiday World and Splash and Safari.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen!
But there are plenty of favorite firsts and onlys to shout about too, like soaring on America's only launched wing coaster,
Thunderbird!
the world's longest water coaster. In fact, we're the water coaster capital of
the world!
For summer fun worth shouting about, find your family's favorites with tickets at holidayworld.com.
Elmira, Corridon, and Maringo's home for rock classics. 97.9 WSLM.
nothing else that can compare. Oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa. This show is hot, other shows are not. Oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa. This show is hot, other shows are not. I found mine, yes I have found my favorite place. Got to have my Rick and Bubba. I love mine, yes I do love my Rick and Bubba show. They just ain't like anybody. Rick and Bubba show. Rick and Bubba show.
Thank you, Lady Gaga. Big fan of the show. A lot of you didn't know that. 8 minutes after the hour, it is a Cook's Pest Control Best of Edition. I am Helmsy, and this is the Rick and Bubba Show. We'll jump right back into our best ofs. A couple bits here for you. Bubba says something, has a little slip up, didn't mean to. And then Greg rants on Apple products. Take a listen.
Rob, go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
Hey guys, what's up?
You, buddy.
All right, hey, listen to this. So this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm coming down Highway 21 in front of Fort McClellan in Anniston, and there is a tank, an Army tank, driving down the road doing about 50 or 60 miles an hour, and about 20 police cars chasing it. This is about 20 minutes ago.
What, are you saying someone stole a tank?
I don't know what's going on, but I'm working out there at the fort, and somebody has stole this tank, or evidently, I'm guessing they stole it, or it's a crazy person or something.
Look, I'm not... Yeah,
police cars chasing it.
I'm not trying to tell the law what to do, but they may be in that position of a car. If you catch it, what you gonna do? You know, I mean,
what was that show where the guy took the tank and he was trying to get across the state line? You know, it was the guy who played in Space Cowboys. What was it? What's his name?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Garner. James Garner.
Yeah, Garner.
You remember, and boy, hey, that thing will tear up a police car.
Have you ever seen on police chases?
Was this one of those good tanks, or was it an old?
Have you ever seen on police chases? There is one guy has a tank, and they have to try to get him. He just can have it.
This is one of those Abrams, man. They're gonna have a hard time running him down.
Yeah, what if all of a sudden he just stops? Says, all right, chase is over.
Hey, you better hope he doesn't swing that turret around and start firing.
Swing what around?
The turret.
Okay.
What did I say? I said turret, didn't
I think you might have rushed that just a little bit.
The turret. That's what I said. The turret.
We continue 866. We be big.
Y'all are so bad.
I'm telling you. Lynn, go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
Hey, Rick and Bubba. Love y'all guys.
Thank you, buddy.
I just want to tell you about a funny thing that happened on the way to my baptizing Sunday night.
Okay, what happened?
Everybody else that was scheduled to be baptized that night knew about it, but me. So they all brought, clothes to change into.
Mm-hmm.
And needless to say, I didn't have anything to change into.
Mm-hmm.
So here I go in. I'm baptized in my dress clothes. And
I'm out, Rick.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm baptized in my dress clothes, and when I get out, of course, I have the air conditioner on. It's like a freezer in the church, and here I am. I'm trembling all over. I can't wait to get outside.
Now, Lynn, I gotta ask you a question. Did the fact that you would need some dry clothes, did that shock you? I mean, did that
sneak up on you in this case?
I mean, unless you're, Catholic, Presbyterian, something like that, Methodist, where they sprinkle you. If you're rolling into where we immerse, I got to tell you something. You can get wet.
I did.
Well, Lynn, I'm sorry that caught you off guard. Maybe one of those things that it's kind of understood. But you know what? Praise God for your decision.
Amen.
All right, brother. Thank you.
We're all looking at each other right now.
Before, like when you get baptized, you'll see somebody else. I mean, it's like, you ever think to yourself, man, why they're wet? So
it's kind of like going swimming and then being surprised you got wet.
Right.
Yeah, what is this water all about? I just wanted to swim.
105.
I'd buy an Apple car in a minute, because it would be DeLorean-like.
And you can't think about
it. And it would be super cool.
Huh?
You can't think about they support a bomb. You can't think about that.
I almost think you would buy an Apple soccer ball.
Oh, I think you would, Rick.
He would.
Yeah.
He'd be at Academy today. Well, no, maybe if it had a real cool logo to stick up in the office, not to kick around in the grass.
Right.
I doubt it.
If Tim Cook emailed you today.
By the way, the coach at the school loves us, by the way.
Really?
Oh, buddy.
Let me say this. If
The one you're replacing, or which
No,
one?
no.
The guy you booted?
The soccer coach.
Oh,
I ain't booted anybody. I can't even get him to have lunch with me, thanks.
I
Appreciate it.
had a discussion with the school soccer coach, and it went okay. Listen, I will say this.
He also teaches Bible, which is a strange connection, but anyway.
Well, I mean, I didn't say that.
Bubba?
It's soccer for the damned? What? I didn't know.
Or maybe if you do that, you are.
I mean, I don't really like soccer, but I'm not ready to go that far.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I know.
Just a little piling on. It's a little. All right, let me say
I
this.
didn't declare Phyllis Diller was awful today when she died.
Okay,
Come on.
I will say this. I will say this. I truly believe this, and when I say I'm totally sincere, I'm totally sincere on it. I believe.
I'm not a soccer fan by no means.
I believe that Bubba, if Bubba received a personal email today from Tim Cook with Apple, and he said, "I'd love to show you some of the things on the new iPhone and take you on a tour, but first we're going to a soccer match, and I want you to go to the soccer match with me," he would go.
And
Rick,
you'd have to blow up Vuvuzela or whatever you say.
Yeah. And you have
that.
Yeah,
I could say something, but I'm not.
I know.
Yeah,
Rick, I'll even take it this far. Let's just say there was kind of like a pro-am or a celebrity soccer match, okay?
Right.
And he said, "Hey, we're having a celebrity soccer match, and it's going to be like an Apple-sponsored thing." That's someone going to be kicking a ball around. I mean, he'd be playing soccer in a second.
That's right.
Well, I might go to watch.
Well, no.
What Bubba
You'd be out there with your little shin pads on.
What Bubba would do,
doing all the tricks.
Yeah. Listen, what Bubba would do for tennis and Apple,
if I got anchored, I'd go all
to me,
out.
there is no ceiling. What Bubba would do for tennis and or Apple, there's no ceiling.
There's a ceiling.
Yeah, there is. But unfortunately, that's where the ceiling is.
Yeah, you got to go that far.
I'm afraid I'll have to draw the line there, friend.
Tell you what I want
And then a nice score of 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Look, I can handle you won't go to Chick-fil-A, but we got to draw the line somewhere.
Who can we call to get you recognized?
No, I don't
Apple,
need to be
let me
recognized.
tell you
know what? You know what? The Apple has recognized itself.
Now, let me ask you this. Was Apple a big deal before we started using them in this program?
No.
Were they?
No.
Were they number 2 or not?
It was, it was a little on the radar.
Okay, then.
It was to me, too.
All
I
right,
used to make
then.
fun of this stuff.
Hey, all right, then.
I did.
I enjoy watching, because you know how I figure everything out. Can't help it. All you sheep, how Apple has played y'all, and just
Here
like
it goes.
it's unbelievable. They had all this technology from day one, and they spoon-fed you.
Yep.
Hey, look at here. I'm not going to let you see it all. You like this, you like this. Let's all run out and buy it. Okay, a year later, boom, here's another one. Oh, well, crap, this one ain't no good no more. It sucks. Let me go get the other one. Spoon feed, spoon feed. You sheep, they have just drawn y'all in like drug addicts.
Yeah.
And it is awesome.
I mean,
what a great plan.
Isn't that what
Because
everybody
they just throw it. Oh, look at this.
Cars don't have new models come out every year.
Unbelievable, though. Unbelievable.
But Bubba, you don't have to defend Apple.
But a car
just
can be
saying.
wore out.
It's all right.
Look, Greg,
You're telling
I love
me
Greg's point, but it's.
But we act like that one phone to the next phone is like life changing. There's no way it's that different. There's no way it is.
Well, here's the thing that I think.
Well, this is terrible now because it ain't cool anymore. I'm going to stand in line like an idiot. Because God knows I'm not going to sell them tomorrow. They're going to sell them today.
Right.
You know, I got an iPad. Ooh, I'll make a littler iPad. Oh, that's the little one. Now, you got the ugly big one. I got the little one. Does it do the same? Yeah, it does the same thing, but by God, we stood in line for it. You got the ugly big one. God. Hey, hats off to them. Hey, you bunch of dope smoking idiots that came up with an Apple. Hats off to you. I'm going to start smoking dope and make see stuff like that.
I wish Greg had seen the line when our local store opened.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Looking for peace of mind when it comes to your car's performance? Look no further than our friends at CarShield. With plans for every budget, CarShield offers protection plans that cover more parts than ever before. Whether your car has 5,000 miles or 150,000 miles, plus they offer plans that come with roadside assistance 24/7
courtesy towing and rental car options. Call CarShield today at 800-465-6550 to save 20% on your plan. 800-465-6550 or go to carshield.com/Bubba. Our friends at TheraBreath have some good news if you have bad breath. Try TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. TheraBreath is dentist formulated by Dr. Katz himself. TheraBreath doesn't mask bad breath like those burning alcohol mouthwashes that can actually irritate sensitive mouths. It's alcohol-free and free of gluten with no added dyes or colors. Find TheraBreath in all your favorite retail and drug stores. Look for the bright orange cap or online at TheraBreath.com. You can find a direct link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. TheraBreath, confidence in every capful.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure